Hey everybody, thank you for taking the time out to check out this video review of Catwoman issue number 1. Let's get right to it. So I'm going to go to the back to look at the credits. I'm not sure why they're putting credits in the back. Doesn't really bother me, but here they are. The story and art's done by Joel Jones. Hope I said that correctly. The coloring is done by Laura Aldred, and this is the rest of the people involved in the book. This particular copy is the variant cover by Stanley Nell, also known as Art Germ. Originally, I wasn't going to read this book. I got just a blank variant, but then I remember he was doing the variant covers for this, and so I picked up a copy. I decided to read it after reading Batman issue number 50. That book was okay. It's not my favorite, especially after all the hype. Wasn't my favorite reads, but you know, life goes on. The artwork in this book I really like. It has a real gritty feel to it. My wife and I, believe it or not, just started watching the series Gotham, and for some reason it reminds me of that. It has that gritty feel to it, and I think it goes well with this story. Selina Kyle has left Gotham after the events of Batman number 50. I believe she moved to Villa Hermosa. In this scene here on these panels, it's between like the Krills and Selina. She's at like a underground casino. She's just doing her thing, gambling. But unfortunately, there's a copycat, or more than one copycat, Catwoman on the loose. Why, we don't know yet, but unfortunately she's killed a couple of cops. So Catwoman, being who she is, she leaves the casino, ends up having a run-in with the cops. They think she killed a cop. She obviously didn't. It was the copycats, but they don't know that. So now Selina's trying to clear her name and figure out what's going on at the same time. And this is all after the events of issue number 50 of Batman. I want to point out this picture of Miss Krill. She looks horrifying right here. Like, it's a scary lady. She hasn't done anything scary in this issue. She's obviously behind the copycat Catwoman, but we don't know what the motive is yet, because again, this is only the first issue, but I'm definitely interested. I want to know what's up with this lady. I want to know why she's trying to use these copycats, what the motive is behind it. This book feels like Selina Kyle's just trying to move on with her life, but her past just keeps bringing her back to what she's trying to move from. That's what it feels like. Even up into this scene right here, you know, she's at her home, or what she calls home, and Alfred's delivered her belongings, the Catwoman gear. She's not too happy about it, I guess, because like I said, I feel like she's trying to just move on, but very quickly she realizes she's got to get to the bottom of what's going on with her Catwoman identity, who's behind it all. She quickly tracks him down, but then at the end of the issue, as you saw on that page I showed earlier, it leads to a room full of Catwomen, as you see here. There's a lot of action in this book, which was great, especially considering that it's Catwoman. I've never read Catwoman stories, like be it with Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy or some other group setting. I've never read an individual story, so you know, it's not that I didn't want to. It just wasn't a priority for me, but it is a priority now, and maybe that's just a lucky situation, or however you want to call it. But when you have a event like Batman 50, it kind of opens your eyes to other possibilities. Like, maybe I could try something else, and I'm more willing to try this instead of like all the Batman related stuff I automatically try to get. You know, I don't read everything that's Batman related. Like, I only read Batman. I don't read All-Star Batman. I don't read Detective comics, but I do read Batman and Batman Sins of the Father, I think is what's called. I have Batman in the Signal as well, but you know, I'm more interested in this than I am with Batman right now, to be honest. So if you didn't like Batman number 50, you'll definitely like this. If you did like Batman number 50, I think there's a chance you might like this more. I think this was a great job. The price tag, I try to always mention the price tag. It's $3.99, which isn't terrible. It's at the higher end of my limit, my range for buying a comic, but I'm definitely willing to maybe get rid of a comic or two and put this in its place. At least I'm definitely willing to entertain that. I might look at that when I go into my comic book shop this week. But anyhow, I would recommend this. I think it's worth it. At least the first few issues, just to see where this story arc goes. Thanks for taking your time out to look at this review. Support your local comic book shop, and I'll see you next time.